Alright, we're going to wait for the thunderclouds to trickle on in before we get started here, so we'll give it, I don't know, give it maybe 5 minutes or so before we get started with the criteria and today's docket. I don't like that when you're subscribed, you don't get the notification. That seems, that doesn't seem ideal. At least maybe I'm not the one getting it. Let me just try typing in Winnipeg. Guess a lot of people enjoy looking at thunderclouds. That's what I'm learning. There's going to be a quicker way to find this. This is absolutely brutal. Am I subscribed to my own channel? It'd make things a lot easier. I don't even think I am. Oh, that could be why I'm having some troubles finding it. I don't know. Is it actually going? I mean, it seems like it's going, but again, I have no idea. Let me just type this in. Not the real thunderbolt, it's the real thundercloud. Oh, that's probably why I'm having troubles here. Didn't subscribe to my own channel. What an idiot. View channel. Alright, let's click in here. See if we got any comments on the go. Still not letting me change from top messages to all messages. I'm going to have to certainly figure that one out. But yeah, let's just give it a few minutes and see what happens. Why is it not showing the chat stuff though? Like it's not an OBS or whatever, not showing anything. So I'm just kind of confused there. Let me go over here. Okay, yeah, I was looking at the wrong screen. That's my bad right there. Okay, we can change it to all here. But we're not able to change it in the actual phone. Makes no sense at all. Well, again, we'll, people like to, they tend to be tardy in this day and age, so we'll just wait for them to waltz on in unfashionably late. God, that's a good drink right there. Doesn't get any finer than Molson dry ice. Am I right? Let me just check something here. Okay. I mean, it should be sending notifications, but it's not. So maybe that's just because it's a new channel. Maybe they don't trust me. I have no sweet effing clue. Well, it gives me a chance to plan what order in which we're going to talk about stuff. Again, this is all unscripted. So we're just going to kind of wing it. That's the way we do it at this channel here. Okay. Alright, Sage appears to be on his way, hopefully. Alright, well, let's just keep it moving, keep it waiting. Once we have a comment, we will get started here. It's not going to be an extremely extensive coverage today, if I'm being honest with you. It's not really a ton to go over, really. I mean, there's some minor things. I mean, yeah, I guess you get playoffs going for both NHL and NBA, so I mean, we can quickly go over that. Not really going to break down much in terms of the NBA or the NHL, because frankly, I mean, I'm out of the loop when it comes to those two sports. Haven't really, been watching the NBA a ton since the Raptors, have been kind of bad for what, half a decade now. Sounds kind of crazy to say, but yeah, pretty sure the Raptors have been bad for half a decade, because I think they had that the championship run in 2019. So I was watching the Raptors a lot more before 2019. Like I was watching when it was like DeMar and Kyle Lowry, that sort of thing, and it's hard to watch a team when they're like pretty bad, if I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, as dedicated as I am to my teams, when the team sucks for long enough, and we're talking half a decade, you kind of lose interest, after a while, regardless of how dedicated you are. Like, could you imagine being like a 20-win team? Like, who's going to watch that? The worst, though, is when you're in purgatory. So you're basically in purgatory because of, like, okay, like, your team is never that bad where they don't get, you know what I mean, a good enough pick to get better. You watched during the good and bad. Sage, I believe that you're incorrect about that. Welcome to the Thundercloud. But I think you're incorrect about that, Sage, because for one thing, you stopped watching the Red Wings for a little while, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure when the Red Wings were really, really bad, you were a ghost. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pardon my French, but I think what you said there was completely hypocritical. You've never missed a game. Yeah, okay. Dating back to which date, Sage? Which date? When it's 6-0 after 2, are you still watching that game? I bet you aren't. Oh, you were watching, yeah, because you were hoping for that first over. Like I said, purgatory. When you're that team that's going to get 30 wins or whatever, you're not going to get a good pick. If you're going to be terrible, it's easier to watch. You're a true fan. Yeah, Sage, I don't believe it. I'm actually going to fact check you on that. Just honestly unbelievable. You just come in here on your high horse, just tell them fibs. Just tell them fibs, Little fiblets. I don't like it. I don't like what you're doing. I don't respect what you're doing. And, I think it's a goddamn travesty what you are and what you do to Detroit. So, that's all I'm going to say there. So, let's give it another, what do you think, Sage? 3 minutes? Take it to 12:25 before we start breaking some things down, or what do you think? If you're as dedicated to the Red Wings as you are my channel, you might just find yourself wielding a wrench one day. That's all I'm going to say. That's my motivational speech for the day. I know you want the goodies. I know you want that wrench so bad. You can taste. I know you can taste the rust on the wrench that I'm going to give you, basically. Almost done your Warzone? Okay. So a couple minutes works for you as well. Let me see if anyone else is joining. Okay, Graham seems to be having some issues. I wonder, I can just share it to him probably. Let me just share share it. Copy link. Send it to messages. So he's having some troubles finding it. Maybe I should send it to Dan too, because he doesn't seem to know how to navigate either. So let's send it to Dan. And then we're going to kick things off real good. Sage, what is your ETA on Warzone? It better be quick. That's all I have to say. It better be fucking quick, Sage. tell your friends to fuck off and wrap it up. Welcome to the Thundercloud, Angela. We are just waiting on a couple people to get the hell in here. Let me just try dragging it like that. If I do that, yeah, that looks a little better. Yeah, Dan was right. There's a little bit of black on the outskirts, so we fixed that. Welcome to the Thundercloud. Graham, I didn't think we were going to be doing this podcast tonight because a goddamn thundercloud hit a power pole and caught that son of a bitch on fire. So we're very lucky to be breathing right now, let alone have electricity. So thank God to the good people at Nova Scotia Power who, they actually worked quick for once. They actually got the job done in, an hour and a half. Because I called them and those sons of bitches were saying an ETA of 2:45. And usually that ETA becomes, 5, 6, 7. So thank you to the good folks at the power company for, taking care of business, we will say. We do not know if Dan is going to be here. He is currently working. So without further ado, we're going to get started here. Let's just kick it off by talking about the fucking Winnipeg Jets, who were absolutely terrible tonight. A 5-2 letdown against the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis, are they even a good team? Oh yeah, NHL does things backwards. So when Winnipeg finishes first, they're not necessarily playing an 8 seed. So St. Louis could potentially be good, but, pretty big letdown. They're going to have to win Game 7. That's all I can... Well, obviously, that's the most obvious statement you could say. If it's a Game 7, it's clearly a must-win. So I guess pretty much everything's set up. We're just basically waiting on the next Round 2 matchup, which is going to be either Winnipeg, St. Louis against Dallas or Colorado. If anyone has any picks, leave them in the comments section. Again, I know fuck all about hockey. I know Winnipeg was the best team, I think, in the West, so I'm still sticking to Winnipeg. And Colorado, Dallas, let's flip a coin and then see what happens there. So that'll basically, when those 2 Game 7s are done the next 2 nights, we will find out, who's playing who there. We got Vegas versus Edmonton as the other Western Conference seed, Washington versus Carolina, and of course the Leafs up against it, the defending world champions, the Florida Panthers. So that's all we're going to talk about for hockey tonight. We're going to do it a little different. We're going to talk about basketball, not because I want to, because as I said, haven't really had an interest in basketball because the Raptors have been dog shit for the last half a decade. So I really don't follow it anymore, if I'm being honest with you. But let's just kind of get a breakdown of where things are right now. And I know Sage has some potential interest in one of the series that's going on there. So looks like the East is the only one that are completed so far. So you're going to have the Cleveland Cavaliers as the 1 seed going up against the Pacers as a 4 seed. Pretty good match. Pacers have pretty good depth, but from what I'm told, the Cleveland Cavaliers are potentially the best team in the NBA for real this year, which is kind of weird to say, post LeBron James, I guess you would say. Knicks against the Celtics. I still feel like, Celtics are probably that team to beat. But, Sage, do you think the Knicks have a chance at knocking off the Celtics? I know you're a big New York Knicks fan. I don't know who would pick the New York Knicks given... Have they been good since, Patrick Ewing? Have they been good since then, other than last year? It's been a while, man. I'm going to take the silence as you think there's no chance in hell that they're going to knock off the Knicks. Is that correct? All right, that's correct. So, next thing in the NBA, we basically got, welcome to the Thundercloud, Corpsto. We're going to have the Timberwolves knocking off the Lakers. So, the 6 seed knocking off the 3 seed in the Lakers. Doesn't surprise me at all because Luka Doncic cannot fucking defend whatsoever. The Timberwolves are a talented and gritty defensive team. So, good for the Timberwolves on knocking them off. We got Game 7 between the Rockets and the Warriors. Kind of weird to see the Rockets as a 2 seed. I guess post James Harden, they've been terrible. But that's kind of what you want from your team. Like I said, when you're in draft purgatory, you're always getting, picks between 7 and 15. That kind of fucking sucks. So obviously you get a couple of number one overall picks that can turn things around, especially in the NBA. It's not going to mean as much in baseball, to be honest with you, but in NBA where you're playing like 5 players, you don't really need a deep bench, to be honest with you. Those number one overall picks make do a lot more damage. Moving on, we've got the Thunder. So they were the number 1 seed, beating the 8 seed. So that's the thing about basketball, is it's so fucking easy to predict. There is never, and you can fact check me, I'm saying this from my brain. I'm not saying this from like actually knowing a stat. Find me an 8 seed that has ever, I mean ever, been to the NBA Finals and won. Find it. I'll stand corrected. I bet you can't find that. So Thunder, knock off the 8 seed. No surprise there. Going up against the Nuggets or the Clippers, I don't know. The Clippers are so goddamn banged up all the fucking time. I want the Nuggets to win. I think Nikola Jokic is the best player in the world. Possibly the GOAT. He is possibly the best ever. The greatest of all time. He's the Bret Hart of the NBA. But that's what you're kind of looking at right now. So you got 2 Game 7s on the go. I don't know, probably May 3rd and 4th. So I guess later today and tomorrow you'll kind of figure out what's going on there. So let's pivot away from the NBA because I really don't want to talk about it. I just thought, it was a pretty good fucking idea just to, get you guys briefed on that shit. So we do have the Blue Jays picking up a win today. I could be wrong, but it seems like they're kind of trending in the right direction the last few games. They've been pretty fucking inconsistent. I mean, they've been up and down, but they do find themselves at 16-16. Knocked off a pretty solid team today in the Guardians. I mean, 5 runs seems like a lot of runs for the Blue Jays. The offense still doesn't seem like it's where you need it to be, and I don't think it will be until they make a deal. Sage, while you were gone, I did pose a question. Do you think the Knicks are going to move on? Do you have a prediction in that series, or are they going to get are they going to get knocked the fuck out? What's going to happen in that series, Knicks versus Celtics? Oh, God, that's good. Probably not, no. So you don't think a 3 seed can beat a 2 seed? Come on, Sage. You need to be a bit more supportive of your team, because I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this at all. But yeah, it's probably going to be, Cavs versus fucking Boston, because the thing is, like I said about the NBA, it's fucking easy to predict. It's so easy. The true seedings generally pan. Like I said earlier, Sage, find me a fucking 8 seed that has ever won a championship in fucking the NBA. Now, I know there are plenty of teams in the NHL that have been an 8 seed that have either made the finals and or won. Can't think of any examples, but I know the Carolina Hurricanes got there. A few other teams got there as 8 seeds. Like, NHL is different. It's so random. Basketball is just so easy to predict, honestly. So you don't even need to have a brain to predict who's going to win. But let's go back to the Blue Jays. They did win 5-3. Looks like I almost said Jeff Janis. Can you believe? I almost said Jeff Janis. Looks like Jeff Hoffman picked up his 7th save of the year. He's at a pristine 1.10 ERA, and he looks like an absolute fucking beast. An absolute stud. Baltimore, they're going to be kicking themselves if this guy even stays remotely healthy, because whatever he's done as a reliever has looked splendid. I don't know, this little guy, I'm not sure who this little guy is. I haven't watched a ton of the Jays, though. He's at 2.45 ERA. Is he one of those lefties we got coming out of the pen that we're kind of trying out, or who is that? And thank you for providing an example, Sage, of the Blues a few years ago being dead last in January and doing something. Is it Brendan Little? He's a left-hander, right? Because it looks like he won almost 2 innings tonight, and looks like he got the win, actually. Chris Bassett having a strong year, a 2.95 ERA. So, I mean, the pitching looks fine for the Jays, but, the offense looks crazy. You kind of look at it, oh my God, Bo Bichette, 675 OPS. That OPS is kind of going to get a lot better because his average is 285. So once he hits a couple out of the park, I mean, you're probably looking at what, like a 730, 750 OPS at the very least. So, I mean, he's starting to pick it up. Vlad hitting 275, really proving he's worth that $500 million contract. 787 OPS. Fucking Santander under 200 for his average. Rodin hasn't done it yet. He's under 200. Springer, well, maybe he's got a second or third life in him, hitting fucking 946 on the OPS. That's pretty good. Kirk's, 640 OPS, playing great D, so that's not the worst thing. Varsho, though, seems to be kind of on fire starting off. I mean, he's not going to do it for the whole year, but, like, with the defense he plays, he's probably going to hit 20 home runs, 20 stolen bases, and he's obviously going to be good with the glove. Heineman, I mean, he's hitting 448. That's not going to sustain, but, at least we're getting some production from him as a backup catcher there. Barger, I know what people are always saying, like look at his fucking his fucking hard hit average and all that. The thing about hard hit average is it doesn't mean shit when you don't fucking put the bat on the ball. So he's hitting a $152. He'll probably hit a fucking $152 his entire career, and that's what you're getting from him. Ernie Clement, great defender, but fucking 218 average. Jesus Christ, 509 OPS. You can't make this stuff up, honestly. You got fucking Miles Straw hitting 292. I mean, that's not going to sustain, but hey, that's a Gold Glover right there. That's doing pretty good. Then you got Nathan Lucas. He's hitting pretty good. Andre Gimenez. I'm sorry, Dan. I know you're a big Andre Gimenez fan, but like, what were we thinking earlier in the season batting him fourth? Who in the right mind puts Andre Gimenez as a 4-hitter? The guy can barely pass as a 7 or an 8-hitter. So I don't know what's going on there. He's obviously a platinum glove. His glove's great, but like, I hope they just stay away from putting him as a 4-hitter for like forever, not just for the foreseeable future. So kind of nice that the Jays kind of pulled this one off. It's nice to see the fucking Jeff Hoffman, though, panning, He was a guy we drafted, I guess, 11, 12 years ago. He's supposed to be a starter, though, and he didn't pan there. But nice to see he's finally turning it around because started with the Jays and then ended up getting traded in the Tulowitzki deal and then coming back home, basically. So, I mean, that's it for the Blue Jays. Unless, Graham, would you like to talk prospects? I know you've been talking a lot about Armand Nimala and then some other guy who's named Ivesky. I'm probably not saying the name right, but I mean, Armand Nimala is going to be legit. I don't know, what league is he playing in? Is he in AA yet? Probably not. Let me see if I can quickly take a look. Minor league stats. So 19-year-old, 6'1", 170. So he's a lanky little fucker. He's a shortstop, though. All right, so he's an A+. So, yeah. He's, for a shortstop, though, hitting 940 OPS. I'd like that. 6 home runs in 21 games. Like, he's definitely not going to be up this year, I wouldn't say. I don't even think he would necessarily be a spring, not a spring training guy, September call-up, but he's definitely looking like next year he could start making some noise. Like, once he gets to AA, all bets are off. He could easily then become, be promoted shortly after. So, for once, we've got a goddamn prospect that looks like he's actually going to fucking be like a legit prospect. Let me look up this Ivesky guy. I can't spell his fucking name right. I swear I just saw his fucking name. I'm getting all these other... Yves Martino? That's not who I'm looking for. Ivesky. Where the fuck is he? Oh, he's our number 2 prospect. Okay, so he's an A-ball. So he's not quite as advanced as Arjun Nimala because he's an A-ball, whereas Nimala is an A+. Elvis Martinez is in AAA, though. That's exciting because motherfucker's got some power. So how about we just take a quick look at Trey Yesavage or Yesavage? Let's just see what the fuck he's been doing. Oh, he's a fucking pitcher. Okay. So, stats. Yeah, they're going to have to probably move him up because he's got 36 strikeouts in 23 innings. Opponents are only hitting fucking 163 off him. It's time to get him up to A+, honestly, because he's kind of proven what he needs to prove at A-ball. So I'd definitely bump him up to A+. Potentially look at getting Namala, up to, AA sometime soon. I remember we signed him a few years ago. I think we signed him as a 16-year-old because we're always, or 15 or 16-year-old, because we're always doing pretty, those types of signings for international free agents. So good to see he's doing that. Let's see what Elvis is up to, because this guy, he was on the majors last year prior to getting busted for steroids. My best advice to him is to stay on the steroids just to make sure you're taking the undetectables so you don't get caught. He's off to a tough start, though, right now. So, until he starts putting the bat on the ball, they're not going to call him up when he's hitting 588, right? So, we're just going to have to wait a little longer. It's only early in the year. I know it's a month in, but you can't really look at these stats right now and make too much of it. Except in Namala's case, you kind of can. Now, they're putting an ETA of 2028 on him. They're saying he's 3 years away. That, to me, doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. Your ETA is 2028. They're just being conservative there, because if he's an A+ already, you don't necessarily have to stay in AA for that long. AA, AAA. Once he's in AA, I think that's going to adjust to 2026, 2027, is my guess. There's no way, 2028, you're trying to say he's going to be 22 when we call him up? Nah, that's not going to happen. But actually, Elvis is projected to be up this year. He's 23 already, surprisingly. So it'd be nice if that was the power that we need. I still think we need another power bat if we're actually going to do some damage this year. Santander will get it going. Vlad will get it going. Bo will get it going in terms of, I'm just talking power. I'm not talking, other things. And yeah, we'll keep an eye on this starting pitcher. But I don't know. It's going to be hard for this Trey Yesavage guy or whatever to get up this year, honestly, because we've got a lot of depth at pitching. I don't know, at some point Max Scherzer will pitch again. I know it's been frustrating with his, his nerve damage in his thumb or something like that. What really confuses me a bit is Bowden Francis. I know, I don't know how he's been doing, but, he was doing really good last I checked and had a great year last year, so just wondering if he's actually going to, stick around a little longer. Let's see. His ERA must have ballooned. He must have had that bad. Did he have a bad start against the Yankees or something? Because, his ERA was not 5.28 when I last checked. Maybe he's getting sent down. Maybe the fairy tale story is over and he's going to the bullpen as a long man. Maybe we should give Uriel Rodriguez a better shot there. In terms of Blue Jays, that's all I got for today. I'm trying to see if I've got anything else on the docket here. Because, I like to be rough, tough, and off the cuff. I don't really plan this shit out a whole lot. We do have a bit of football news. Nothing major developing. But, Jerry Alexander. Oh, my God. He didn't show up for voluntary training camp today. Isn't that terrible? He didn't show up for voluntary training camp today. You know what that means to me? Absolutely nothing. It means jack shit. It's called voluntary for a reason. He was in remote training, he was in the remote, the involuntary shit, the stuff you have to go to. He was there. He was, doing the Zoom or whatever. Jerry Alexander, I think he's high half the time. Just fucking look at that guy's one fucking interview. He's high as a fucking kite. There's no way around it. There's no way to, sugarcoat it. I wish, if it wasn't copyright stuff, I'd post it right now, share the screen and post it. But he had one of the best fucking interviews ever. So if you ever get a chance, look it up. I think I really like, and I'm going against what others are saying and I've been going against what others have been saying for a while. His contract sucks given how many games he plays. It sounds like right now they're both kind of realizing like, okay, it's better to stay in Green Bay. I think both sides are realizing that. I think they're just kind of doing the, like a renegotiation of the contract where they kind of lower his cap hit, give him more incentives, maybe give him the opportunity to earn more than his current contract. I think that's kind of where they're at with Jerry Alexander right now. We'll see. A lot of people are saying no. A lot of people are like slam the door shut, including Rob Domofsky, who's now reporting that, he might be back or whatever. So it just goes to show how little these so-called experts actually know half the time. These are the same experts that were saying that fucking Shedeur Sanders was going to go 1 or 3 overall. So you can't always pay attention. You sometimes have to, think for yourself instead of just following what these morons are saying. Speaking of morons, we got Deanna Rossini believing that the 49ers and Brock Purdy are close to a deal. Probably remember Diana Rossini because Aaron Rodgers called her ass out, as well as Adam Schefter, who I do think Adam Schefter's good. So we'll see if she's actually telling the truth or not. I really think if you pay Brock Purdy, it's kind of the beginning of the end in a way. This guy benefited from being paid $900,000, so that's considered low in the NFL, and having a whole host of talent around him. He's losing that talent, right? Like they lost Debo. They did re-sign George Kittle. Great for them. Trent Williams isn't getting any younger. In fact, he's like 38 fucking years old. He'll be gone soon. Christian McCaffrey is just one fucking, run away from tearing his fucking Achilles. Like the guy's like 30, always been banged up. One of the worst players I ever drafted. I'll never forgive him. He'll never be on my team again. I'm not going to forgive the fucking guy. So Christian McCaffrey coming to the end, getting paid a ton. Brandon Ayuk's kind of like a Jekyll Hyde. I mean, he had one fucking good year. He's getting $30 million a year. I think San Fran, once they pay him, and then they have to start like making cuts, they're kind of in a rebuild. I do not expect them to win their division at all this year. So good on you, Purdy. You're probably going to get paid $50 million or more per year, but let's see what they do when they're actually paying a quarterback, and then they don't have all that talent around them because you can only have so much money to go around, right? Interesting little tidbit here. So it's Diana Rossini again reporting that, there's good vibes coming out of Cincinnati, that there's going to be a long-term extension with Trey Hendrickson. I love the Bengals. I'm going to tell you that right now. Big fan of the Bengals. Their owner's an absolute cocksucker, though. I mean, he's a penny pincher, but it seems like Joe Burrow is, like, he's kind of calling the shots a little bit. So he's pushing him to sign Trey Hendrickson. And why wouldn't you want to sign Trey Hendrickson? I mean, he's the league leader in sacks the last 2 years. I think he's at 17 and a half each of the last 2 years. Kind of the only problem with Trey Hendrickson is his age. He's 30, turning 31. So if you give him a 4-year deal, any deal that I do with him needs to be an actual 2-year deal with back. I don't know how you do it. I'd guarantee more up front with him rather than backload it. I mean, you can backload it a little bit, but you need to structure that contract in a way so that you can get out of it in year 3 and 4 if he starts to show a decline, which, I mean, when he's 33, 34, whatever, he is going to show a decline. So I really do hope that the Bengals sign him. I think he is awesome, but at the same time, going 4 years with someone that's 31 is a bit risky, so we'll kind of see how it plays out. But it would be kind of cool. You got him opposite, Shamar Stewart, Miles Murphy, who are two athletic guys. I don't know about Miles Murphy, though, because Miles Murphy, I think he's been kind of a fucking bust so far, but maybe he was injured. I don't know. All I know is the Bengals need to play better fucking defense this year. Because it's pretty sad when you put up fucking 40 fucking points and you don't fucking get a goddamn win. Joe Burrow is starting to remind me of Aaron fucking Rodgers back in the day. Where it's it doesn't matter how good he fucking plays. How you going to win with a defense that's fucking terrible. You know what I mean? So good on them for keeping Trey Hendrickson and also that wide receiver there. What's his name? Higgins. I like that they brought him back, but god damn, they need to play some defense this year. So for NFL, unless I missed anything, that's really all we have for NFL. Actually, Sage, I just saw a random article pop up here talking about Cam Ward. I know you're a big Titans fan. So let's see what the fuck they're saying here. The Titans are going to scheme, blah, blah, blah. They're trying to get the ball out of his hands quickly. So, sounds like they want to be a bit conservative. I don't know about your coach yet. What's his name? Joe Callahan? Is that his name, Joe Callahan? Sage, I need the words coming out of your fucking hands a little quicker. Just like we need the ball coming out of fucking Cam Ward's a bit quicker. Come on, man. Is it Joe Callahan? He was a former Cincinnati Bengal. I believe the offensive coordinator for Joseph Burrow. Oh, Brian Callahan. I'm sorry. Mixed her up. All right, well, this is kind of his... I think he's got 2 years to prove himself, if I'm being honest with you. He's got this year and next year. So this year, they're still going to suck. Am I right, Sage? Like, your team is still going to suck. Just tell me your team sucks. That's all I'm asking for here. It seems like Sage is a bit resistant to admit that his team sucks. Top 10 again. You think you're going to go from the worst team in the league to a top 10? So then what are you going to draft? Some offensive linemen? Like, what didn't you guys get in your draft this year? Did you guys draft a wide receiver? Did you get any offensive linemen? The linemen fell off the board quick, though, man. So if you didn't, I mean, I completely understand. But yeah, I don't think you can fire the coach this year or after this year anyway, because like it's going to be a bit of a process for sure. Do you think Cam Ward's actually going to pan though, or what do you think? Man, you could never have too many edge rushers. Like honestly, you could probably just carry like 6 or 7 of them, and you'd be pretty happy. All right, well, let's move off the NFL. I do have something directly aimed at Sage. Because frankly, you're being a bit of a fucking asshole this week. Currently, you think he can be very good to you? I think he can be goddamn diddly squat, Sage. This is the next bust. He's the next bust. You'll be trying to find another fucking quarterback in 5 years. Should have stuck with Will Levis, the banana-eating motherfucker. Should have stuck with him. Now, I'm looking at a score right now, Sage, and you know what? I love it. I love it that right now you're up 12-3 on me, because if you back me into a fucking corner the way you are, I'm going to come out swinging, Sage, and I'm going to catch you on the fucking chin tomorrow and or Sunday, and I'm going to win all of Tommy Callahan's auto parts. I'm taking it all home with me. I'm taking the wrench home too. You're not getting the fucking wrench back. So that's all I'm going to say, Sage. I'm glad you're trying to make it look like it's a competitive affair. But just know I do my best work when I'm backed into a corner, okay, bud? Fucking asshole. All right. Now with that, go to hell? You're telling me to go to hell? Excuse me? You're telling me to go to hell? You'll take first place for a week if I let you. If I bench my players because I feel bad for you because you're the Tennessee Titans and your team can't win a fucking ball game, then you'll win. You win when I say you'll win. I'm rigging the deck here. So if I want you to win, you'll win. Because I want to make, I want stories. I want stories for our league, Sage. So it'll be a great little story. And then I'll just completely dismantle you when it actually matters. Okay, bud? So, bury your little pipe dream deep down inside. Never bring it up again. Okay? So, that's all we got really for sports. Please tell me, Sage, did I miss anything? Yeah, okay, look at Sage. Sage is a little, like I said, I think he's as high as a kite here. You think you're taking the title this year? You're not taking my strap. I win the title every year. I finished first place in the regular season. I'm the Atlanta fucking Braves. I'm first place for like 15 years in a row. And yeah, maybe I haven't won as many championships as I should, but I'm always there. And that's why I get the Peach Tea TV contract with fucking Ted Turner. That's why I haven't won jack shit. Every year, you're looking up at me. You bow your fucking head when you talk to me, Sage, okay? The fucking Atlanta Braves. Alright, Sage, should we pivot off of sports? Has everything in the sports world been covered? Is there anything that I missed? A different champion? Yeah. Actually, technically speaking, not that I want to say this, it's been Dan that's won the last 3 championships, so it's not every year that there's a new champion, as much as I don't want to say it. But he squeaks in as a fucking 4 seed all the fucking time, so there's that, right? Alright, let's pivot off sports. Sage, you had an idea of something. What? Doing a goddamn streaming series of some shit? What's your idea? You said you had a monumental idea for streaming, like a series stream or some shit. And how much money is this going to cost me? Because video games aren't fucking cheap. Find a good game with a pretty good story. Now, the thing about games with stories is it typically means you have to read. I'm not exactly keen on the whole reading thing, so what games were you thinking, Sage? I know you probably got something up your sleeve there. It's probably going to cost me like $70 or $80 pre-tax. Excuse me. Compliments to the chef. Oh God, the cats are getting a little unruly. I think Scrambles is about to freak out. I never know what she's doing over there. Oh, she's about to attack Hopper. Hopper, do not go from under the bed. She knew to come to me. Oh, you're going to say Silent Hill 2. You know what, Sage? I'm just going to fucking end the stream right there. You fucking say Silent Hill 2, and I'm fucking done with you. I'm not doing fucking Silent Hill 2. I don't even know what game that means. A money game? European Finland? I don't know what that means. Those look like flags to me. Finland on the left. Silent Hill 2. Alright. I will put a goddamn fucking video stream on, and you can watch me as I play Silent Hill 2 and slam my fucking headset through a goddamn fucking brick wall. If that's what you want to fucking see. What do you mean? You just heard a gunshot out by the soccer field. Oh, I might go for a hike tonight. You know, these are my kind of people. You didn't hear a gunshot. You heard the thundercloud. That was just me. That just bellowing. That's a thundercloud sound right there. So, I think you're sadly mistaken with that one there. I'm not going to finish the game, actually. Like, I've never been more fucking angry when we've done streams, and I've played shitty-ass fucking indie games. Shitty-ass indie games. I've never been more angry than playing, yeah, I had to pay for Silent Hill 2 as well. Playing Silent Hill 2. It is the worst. I'm not giving the game a fair chance. I already gave it a fair chance. I gave it a 3 or 4 hour dance. That's a fair chance. I'm not touching that game again. If you want me to do a Balatro, you know what? I'll start from the ground level, and I'll show you what it's like to throw 175 hours into something that's beautiful. You want a series on Balatro? Don't buy Silent Hill 2. Do not buy Silent Hill 2, and do not buy Silent Hill 2. The graphics are very good. It costs a lot of money. The Last of Us actually is not a bad idea. I could probably be down for The Last of Us, actually. It's The Last of Us. I've played The Last of Us. Do I already have it bought? They put those games on sale quite a bit, don't they? Let's check Steam and see what it's actually going for here. But then I'd have to start at the first one. Wouldn't I want to do it on the, like the second one's the one that looks good, isn't it? Like for visuals. Dark Souls, Until Dawn. Until Dawn, that's a shitty game, isn't it? I don't know about Dark Souls. I'm sorry. Let me just see. Last of Us. There must be a bundle. Oh my fuck. Part 1's fucking $80, and if I want the digital edition, it's fucking $90 pre-tax. Yeah, I mean, The Last of Us, good idea in theory. Probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen unless, I'm looking for executive producers at any time. Don't look at how much it costs. If I could, I do actually have the game on my PlayStation 5 that I have not played once. Haven't played it one fucking time. If there's a way for me to stream it from there, sure, but I know it would look a lot better on the PC. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying Oblivion. How much is Oblivion? Oh, it's only $67. Jesus Christ, that's a good fucking deal right there. Sign me up. All right, Sage, you want Oblivion? I'm going to buy the one that wasn't remastered for $20 fucking dollars. You want Oblivion? You're going to get Oblivion. No, I've got fucking The Last of Us for the PS5. What the fuck, Wukong? I'm looking Until Dawn up. Jesus Christ, give me some fucking time. Until Dawn's 80 fucking bucks. Nope, sorry. And it's probably a fucking Trampire game anyway. Dark Souls. Jesus fuck, Sage. I can only type so fast. Which Dark Souls, Sage? I've already got Red Dead Redemption, so I don't need to buy Red Dead Redemption. Sage, there's 3 of them. Which one are you talking about, bud? All of them. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Just made of money. Here at the Cloud. Alright, you guys fucking become members and start paying me, and I'll start fucking doing your shitty ass fucking games. I really would like to do Indiana Jones, actually, but it's like fucking $90, man. I'm pretty sure it's $90. Let me check. It does look, it's $90, yeah, for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I checked Until Dawn. What the fuck is Wukong? It sounds like a fucking gang. Black Myth Wukong. I probably wouldn't like that game. Probably not. I have to start from fucking 1, Sage? I don't know if I want to start from 1. I don't know. Well, I do need ideas. So tomorrow, yeah, I'm fucking sorry. These fucking games cost too much. Whereas I spent the best investment in my entire life was Balatro. I paid $20 for the game. I've put in 178 hours, 0.7. So, that's a good bang for your fucking buck there. And I'll have to put in at least 300 more. Expedition 33, Sage. What the fuck is Expedition 33 for? Let me just fucking Google this shit. Expedition 33. Okay. Alright. This doesn't look like it's a turn-based game. Alright, throw a few more suggestions down. I'm grabbing an alcoholic beverage and I'm taking a piss. I was going to use my piss jug, but you guys don't need to hear that. I'll be back in 2 minutes tops. Alright, let's see the fucking bullshit that was posted while I was gone. I didn't even fucking get a chance to drain the entire amount there. What did I miss here? Where are the chats? Alright, let's go over here. I'm sour. Okay, I already read that one. Go to EB Games. Fuck EB Games. They're out of business in Canada, aren't they? It's hype as fuck right now. Dead Island. That's what a zombie game. You think Sage thinks it'll be considered for Game of the Year. Elden Ring. If you're too afraid of the dark. Elden Ring's that's a bitch too, man. That's a lot of money. Shadow of Mordor. Since you like being an orc so much, I take that as a slight. Yeah, games. That's what I mean. They're gone. They're no longer EB Games. Shadow of Mordor is a banger. Isn't that like fucking 10 to 12 years old? Because I'm pretty sure I think that's an oldie. I need some fucking thunderclouds to hit my beer. It's fucking frozen solid. Don't worry, I'm pretty good at working around the ice when I need to. It's pretty old, okay? So right now, the only suggestion that has been even remotely feasible has been Red Dead Redemption 2, only because I own that game and I'm not willing to spend $100 on a video game. So that's currently where we stand. Balatro is a close first. What else do we got? I don't know. Not going to do Stardew Valley. We'll save that for Dan's stream. Well, Dan and Nathan's stream. Path of Exile 2. I mean, I do have to play that at some point. I'm not going to play the Outlast Trials alone. Certainly not. Not going to do Devour alone. Blood Thief demo. I can get rid of that now. I don't know. Final Fantasy VII is on sale. Okay. Well, how much is it on sale for? What's it on sale for? I'm probably not even going to like Final Fantasy VII, am I? The original one for Super Nintendo? $40? Oh my god. This is why one thing about indie games that I do like is they're actually affordable. You can have $80 as like, shit, this is my budget, and you can pluck 5 to 7 games that are pretty good sometimes. Yeah, well, Sage, I haven't been known to throw any fits based on my recollection of events, in the past there. So tomorrow, I'm trying to think what we should do tomorrow. So tomorrow, it'll just be me. So I'm trying to think, maybe we could start with a sports update, transition to a game, Path of Exile 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, or Balatro. That's where we're at, unless I start spending some money. I'm not playing illegal emulators and ROMs. I don't do that to these developers. The only thing I do to developers that they don't like is I buy a game and then I refund it. Oh my god, Sage. Are you fucking kidding me? You know what? I just gave you a wrench. Oh, guess what? I just took it back. It's my wrench now. So... Sage, you fucking pissed me off. You think you can try to beat me in a fucking fantasy league and now you fucking lay this shit on me? I've got a belly full of fucking dog shit right now and you just laid that shit on me. I can't do it. Alright, well, tomorrow we will fly wrenchless, is what it sounds like. Alright, good suggestions, I think, except for Silent Hill 2. That will not happen. Most of the other games won't happen for fiscal reasons. Alright. This isn't a music stream. I'll delete those messages so quick. Ascent. I can't even say that word. It's a big word. It's like saying unique in New York. New York. That's worthy of a ban. If Sage had a wrench, I would demand him to delete that message and all other messages. All right, guys. Well, that's going to conclude tonight's Thundercast. It's been a good time. Hit the fucking like button. Fucking share this shit around fucking Twitter. And, I will be on here tomorrow. And you all have a good night. Oh, also, thanks, Dan, for showing up to watch the fucking stream. You fucking asshole. I see he's fucking playing Paggle Knights right now instead of watching my fucking stream. Son of a fucking bitch. All right, Sage. I expect while you're at the concert to be at least sneaking a peek at the YouTube, okay? All right, just for that chat rate to go up, okay? All right, guys. Have a good night. Fucking right, how dare he? All right. See you guys later.